Melissa, with Jessica Jones, you got to craft a female superhero. What were the tropes that you wanted to avoid in doing so?
One, she was never going to play the honeypot. I mean, she was never going to put on the tight bandage dress and heels and go and seduce the guy she needs information. That was just never going to happen. It's never going to happen because it's not in her character to do that, and it's never going to happen because every single female cop on the air ever been on TV or the air has that's the first thing that's the go-to.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And she's never going to go to the strip club. And that got pitched a lot. You know? It's like, yeah, no, we're still not going to the strip club.
Let's not doing that.
Maybe he should put on the heels.
Yeah.
Make it very contemporary.
Very. So there's those sort of things. I didn't feel like a need to hear the word bitch. You know, because I was just like, oh, you bitch. It's not like it's just sort of a go-to. And I just didn't feel a need to hear it, so I didn't use it but a couple of times.
As storytellers, when was the last time you guys were genuinely scared to tell a story?
For me, what was made me nervous was how the audience is going to accept it, whether they will or not. And I was dealing with a lot of different issues of rape, abortion, interracial relationships, feminism, all this stuff. And the one I thought was really going to get the most flack was the abortion story. The one that actually got the most, much to my horror and disappointment, was the interracial relationship.
Can you punch through a wall? Can you stop a moving car?
A slow-moving car.
Can you fly?
It's more like jumping and then falling.
Okay. There's you, me, the big green dude and his crew. You think there's more of our kind out there?
I got put on a hate site, actually, a little Nazi hate site, and it was terrifying.
Wow.
You know, they had a picture of me taken from something, and Brian Michael Bendis, who wrote the comic book, with a Jewish star on it, and I was like, of all of the things, that didn't really occur to me that was going to be the thing. So that was scary. For me, in casting Jessica Jones, you got to believe she can kick ass. You know, so some teeny little thing with, you know, arms this thin are just not, you know, it's not going to do it. And she also has to be a great dramatic actress. But the hardest thing was she also has to be able to deliver a dry line. And that's why Ritter was always very close to the top of the list, because I knew she could at least deliver a dry line. And then I saw her run in Breaking Bad. I'm like, oh, okay. She's a dramatic actress too. She's phenomenal. And so there really are very, very few people who could have played that role.
What are the things you guys hear no to? The things that you just can't do on these shows?
The beauty of working at Netflix is you don't have those limits. And I also work with Marvel. And Marvel has a brand.
Yes.
And their brand is generally PG-13.
Yes.
They've kind of led us to go to PG-16.
So what are the things that...
No F-bombs. You know, and if anyone was going to say fuck, it would be Jessica Jones. I mean, I just sometimes like, please let me just put one. And never. But what was funny is that people have said, she didn't say fuck. I could have sworn she did. Because Ritter can deliver...
Because it's right for her,
with
they
her
hear
face.
it.
She can just, like, her look says it. She could be saying potato. And the other thing is there's sex to some degree. There was not really any nudity. But then people are saying, there was no nudity? Wait a minute, that was some really graphic sex. Like, no, never any. So it's all about the attitude and about how it's shot and how it's acted with raw lust.
For the last question, if you were to turn the cameras on yourselves and make an autobiographical series, what would the show be about? And even better, what would be the working title?
Possibly a musical.
Yeah?
Yeah, like a dance movie.
What would it be?
A musical?
A musical.
Oh, a musical.
The content would be about failure. So I've gotten fired more than all of you put together, no doubt. And just, you know, I think if I were a white dude, I'd probably have failed a fraction as many times. It's like
you wouldn't be as good. You wouldn't have been tested by those failures.
Oh, I have been seriously tested. Hi, I'm Melissa Rosenberg, creator showrunner of Marvel's Jessica Jones on Netflix. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more videos from The Hollywood Reporter.
Well, you guys dropped the biggest, one of my favorite F-bombs of all time.
Yeah, we got the
and-
MF bomb.
Yeah.